Live to give you some updates regarding the skilled migration subclass 189, 190, and 491 visas. So I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. So I'll just wait for some people to join us. Okay, if you can see me and hear me okay, can you please put it in the chat? I can see that some people are with us. Can you please put it in the chat if you can see me and hear me? Just put yes in there. Okay, yeah, I can see some comments. Excellent. All right, guys. So as you know, that federal budget has been announced and the skilled migration looks very promising for next financial year, 2022-23. Even this year, many states have got added quota. They've got added seats for this financial year as well. And now that most of the numbers are doubled, almost doubled. So next year, it's, I think, really good. Not only just for onshore applicants, but for offshore applicants as well. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Farooq. Hi, Mohit. Hi, Karnav. Hi, Subhash. Hi, Harry. So I'll just go through some updates and then I'm happy to take some questions that I'm getting in the chat box. So with the migration program planning levels, it's still the same, which is 160,000. This is what we had last year, and this is what we are going to have in the next financial year. But what has changed is that the numbers for skilled migration has drastically increased. So they have taken some places from the partner visa, some from other visa categories like business visas. They have taken some numbers and given to the 189, 190, 491 visas, and also given some extra seats for the employer-sponsored visas as well. So employer-sponsored visas. So this year we've got 22,000 places. Next year it's going to be 30,000 places, so that's 8,000 more. For the 189, this year we've got 6,500 places. Next year it's more than double. It's 16,652, which is really good as long as they use all the places. For the state and territory nominated visas, which is subclass 190, so this year we've got 11,200 places. Next year we're looking at 20,000 places. For the 491, this year we've got 11,200 places. Next year it's 25,000, which is more than double. So here we are talking about 491 and 494 visas. The business talent and innovation, business and innovation and investment visa stream, which is the 188 visas, the 888 visas, we've got 9,500 seats for next year. This year we had 13,500. So obviously there was no way they were going to use all those places. So it's good that they have decreased the number because 9,500 looks realistic. Same with global talent. We've got 15,000 places this year, but I don't think 15,000 invites will be sent out this financial year. The number has decreased to 8,488 seats. So the distinguished talent visa, we've got 200 places this year. Next year, it's going to be 300 places. So it looks very, very promising for next year for the skilled migration. Again, even this year, many states have actually got additional places as well. For example, South Australia, they have received additional 750 seats for the 491. Victoria has received additional 250 seats for the 491. Western Australia has received a lot of seats this financial year. So they've got 1,000 seats for 190 and they've got 750 extra seats for the 491 because they had a lot of pending nomination applications and they asked the department for more seats. They actually asked for 5,000, but still not too bad. They got 1,000 for 190 and 750 for 491. For South Australia, they've got 750 for 491. For Northern Territory as well, they finished the quota and they asked for more seats, and they have got 200 extra places for 491 as well. So obviously this shows that there is a high demand of skilled applicants in all states, and states have been asking for more seats. And finally, this has been acknowledged by Department of Home Affairs. And next year, we are hoping that most states will receive almost double quota, especially when you look at smaller states like Northern Territory. So they will have more seats. South Australia will also, I think, get more seats next year. And I'm really hoping that Queensland will as well, because Queensland has also asked for more seats. And hopefully, Queensland will also get more seats, just like bigger states like Victoria and New South Wales. So this was the update regarding the skilled migration. I'm happy to take few questions from the chat box. Karnav is asking 90 points in 491 Queensland ICT. Any chance to get invitation? So you've got good points. Yes, there is still a chance. They're still sending out invites. It's just that they have slowed down. But yes, there is still a chance that you may get it. Harry is saying they have deducted 300 seats for 491 Queensland. Yeah, but the total number of seats are still the same. So they've just allocated more seats for 190. I think there was more demand for 190 because we've got very skilled applicants in Queensland. Even with us, some of the applicants who've been getting 491, they clearly deserve a 190. So, yeah, so they're very highly skilled applicants in Queensland, and definitely they need more seats for 190 than 491. Based on latest skill numbers given in budget, so it's going to be same like before 2020. I'm not sure what you mean, but the numbers, the skill migration numbers are more, so it looks good for next financial year. Is there any chance accountant can get 190 Queensland with 80 points plus 5 points? Very unlikely, because the ones that we have received the invite for, they were sitting at higher points. They were all sitting at 90 or 95 points. 90 points for 491 marketing specialist. Any luck? They have reduced 300 seats already from 491 this year. Queensland is scary. Yeah, Queensland is very scary. 90 points is actually pretty good for marketing specialist. We got invite for a marketing specialist. I'm sure you would have seen it on our social media. I think the applicant was sitting at 70 or 75 points of his own. So you do have a chance there. Hello, Suman, wanting to know how long is the 190 visa processing time once medical and Form 80 has been filled? Very inconsistent. So you know that as per the global processing times, the processing time is very, very long. But then, for critical sector workers, we have been receiving grants in 3 months as well. And very strangely enough, we also got a 491 non-critical sector in 3 months. Critical sectors definitely we're getting 3 months, but some 491s we got non-critical sectors in 3 months as well. So very inconsistent. Just probably you can't even follow up with them until the global processing time is up. So probably we'll have to wait. Sorry, I'm just going to display the comments. Any update on pending 190 offshore grants, non-critical? We are waiting for past 2 years. Yes, so there are actually a lot of people who are waiting offshore as well. But what I also noticed is that they do want to grant visas to offshore applicants, because the people who are here, they're already working with the employers and trying to fill the shortage of skilled applicants, because they get bridging visa A to wait. They get the bridging visa A with the where they have work rights and they can keep working. So for offshore, I do think that the offshore grants are coming, because they want these people to now enter Australia and start working. So hopefully not too long, especially if you're waiting from past 2 years. Subhash, is there any chance to get 491 from New South Wales Regional without working in professional job? Yes, there is a chance. But the chances are usually low, but a chance is a chance. So yes, you should definitely try, even though you are not working, as long as you meet the requirements. Your occupation does not require 3 years work experience, and you can apply in stream 3. But keep in mind, because this was the last until yesterday was the last submission window for this financial year. So they will open in July again. So you may want to try then. And maybe they are more flexible, because I'm really hoping that regional New South Wales will receive more seats as well next financial year. So they may have something like Stream 3, maybe a bit more flexible than this financial year after July. So let's wait for that one. Any suggestion around finance related occupations that have a better chance at PR? Depends where you study. For example, accountants still get invited in Northern Territory and Tasmania. So it depends on the state that you choose. There's definitely a chance. Hello, Suman, RN Aged Care and NEC with 95 points. Queensland still waiting for invite. Yeah, Mohit, even we haven't received invites for all our clients, so we are still waiting. I would say there is still a chance. So probably I would wait another month, because hopefully they will keep sending invites until end of May, early June. So you do have a chance. Okay, do people get invite with 7 bands in PTE? I have completed my 3 years work experience in New South Wales and have 95 points in computer networking. Any chance for me? So if you're in New South Wales and if you are in IT field, and your skills assessment looks like is in IT, you do need 3 years of work experience, even for 491 now for stream 3. So probably wait until July and let's see what happens. And also, can I say that it's a myth that you need 8 each in English to get permanent residency in Australia. We do have a lot of applicants who only had 6 each, got 491, or even 7 each, got 190. So it's about being in the right state, and preferably working in your nominated occupation is what will get you permanent residency eventually. Hello, Suman. What would be the opportunity for agricultural consultant skilled occupation? Very good occupation. So if you've got the skills assessment, get in touch. I'm not sure which state you're in, but you have a lot of opportunities as long as you can find a job. Even if you can't find a job, just get in touch with us and we can help you to choose the right state. ICT 90 points, any chance for 190 or 491, any state? Of course, lot of options for you. So, but again, we'll have to look at your full profile to give you the best option. Any chance for accounting onshore student for 491 in Tasmania or any other state? If you're already in Tasmania, then probably I'll look at Tasmania. But if you are somebody who's planning to move to a state, there are better states than Tasmania. So we can talk about it whenever you want to talk in detail about your case. Please advise Queensland 95 points accountant for 190 with 2.6 years experience. You've got good experience, you've got 95 points, and if you meet the caveats, you have a chance. But it's just that very competitive occupation, so no guarantees. But as you know, that some people did get invite with these points and this type of experience, so your profile is good. Any scope for onshore candidates with skilled 85 points as a software developer? Yes, there are chances. Again, have to be in the right state, doing the right thing. What about Queensland? Queensland is still open, taking the expression of interest. So, if you are if you're eligible, you should apply with them. Sorry, some internet problem. Okay. Can you please tell best state for registered nurse 80 points? Best state could be even New South Wales is good, South Australia is good. Queensland really can't guarantee with 80 points. That's too competitive. But there are many state options. Depends where you can find a job. Okay, thank you. Is there any chance for 75 plus 5 for 190? Yes, depends where you are. For example, if you're in South Australia, honestly, they only need 60 points of your own plus 5 that the state gives you for a 190, as long as you meet their extra requirements, usually the work experience requirements. So it depends which state you're in. How about cafe and restaurant manager for 491 at 80 points at Queensland? Um, Points are okay. Occupation is also okay, but it depends because they may not invite everyone. So as long as your expression of interest is in there, you have a chance. You'll only find out by end of June if you have been invited or not, and then probably you'll have to start. You have to try again next financial year. And I'm really hoping that Queensland will have double the number of seats and they can accommodate more people because we clearly need more seats. $90 points include regional points, ICT specialist. I'm waiting last 1 year invitation. So is that New South Wales? Because you know how they have changed now. They need 3 years work experience if you're not working in your nominated occupation. So if you don't meet that, probably have to wait until July for the new rules. Engineering technologist, I doubt 190 with those points because with those points we have been getting 491. So either increase your points or just take the 491. Okay, offshore electrical engineer 100 points 491. Um, just check South Australia if they've got your occupation open. I think they do, but then they do need higher work experience as well. So if you do meet that requirement, then yes, you can try with South Australia or wait until July and see if other states will invite offshore applicants. Tool and die maker in Australia. If you've got a skills assessment, just have to check. I think maybe South Australia may have your occupation open. Just have to check where your occupation is open. So if you meet the experience requirements, you've got the minimum points, and you have a skills assessment, then yes, that's something we can look at. Statistician, check South Australia. For all these offshore applicants, check South Australia for now. Even as you know, New South Wales is also open for offshore applicants, and invites are also coming through for offshore applicants. If you haven't lodged your expression of interest, you may want to do it. Pharmacy technician 190. I am working in retail pharmacy in India. So if you're offshore, 190, I really doubt. 50 seats for 190 general accountant. Are they going to invite 50 people before 30th of June? Um, yes, they should invite 50 people. 50 is just an estimate. They could always go a little bit under or over depending on the demand. So, but I'm pretty sure they better fill their seats because they only have limited seats. So they better fill all their seats this financial year. Agriculture field, yeah, if you already have the vet assess skills assessment, I think your occupation is open in South Australia as well. Check the work experience requirement if you meet that. Is it okay to switch jobs while waiting for 9-1 Victoria, occupation accountant? Yeah, as long as you're working in the accounting field, it's fine. Two years vet diploma in Northern Territory, positive skills assessment, analyst programmer. The occupation is in the priority list. I'm holding COVID visa. Can I apply to 190 with 65 points? So I think you can because you have met the minimum requirement of 2 years study, and then you're going to live 6 months over there after the 2 years of study. So on your COVID visa, you will live there 6 months, which is the requirement. So they need a visa with full work rights. So you meet that eligibility requirement. So once you have completed 6 months on your COVID visa, you can apply for 190. But as they know right now, the quota is full. They're not inviting any more 190 nominations. They're not sending any 190 nominations. So maybe wait until July. And after that, you should try it. Worst case scenario, they give you 491, but I think you meet the requirements for 190. Financial investment advisor for offshore opening up. Have to wait until July. I don't think it's open right now. Do we need to appear for PTE for transition stream? Do we have any charges involved? Probably book a consultation with us because this one is not very straightforward. So we'll have to know exactly when you got your 482 visa previously, on what date and things like that. So we can talk in detail about this one. What are the visas for skilled migration and the visa processing time? Probably go to Department of Home Affairs website to see the visa. So it's 189,190,491. And the visa processing time, if you will Google global processing time and you put the visa subclass, it will tell you because it keeps changing every month. I'll just take few more. Masters in Biotechnology, research extensive from UQ and onshore, presently working in Brisbane. Good chances if you can, if you have got 1 year work experience after your masters as a biotechnologist, we can help you to get the skills assessment, and we can also try for a 190 for you. Okay, Akbar. Adio Rana, working on occupation, 70 points, stream 1, should wait to get even 190 in white or leave the state. Very much worried. Yeah, Akbar, I can understand. So unfortunately, RDAs this financial year have been like very unpredictable. But I would just hang around there because you've got a job there, and I think you're in a good state. So that state is usually very generous with their invitations, and they usually have more quota. They can accommodate more people. If you have been there a little bit and you are settled, looks like you have a job. If you're applying in stream 1, just wait until July and see what the new policies will be, and then make a decision if you're going to change the state or stay there. Queensland 190 accountant prefers CA member. Does this make CA member have a better chance, even though having less total points? Not really, because when they look at the EOIs, they pick with the highest point score first. So if you're not in the high point score, then they may never even get to your EOI. So it doesn't matter if you're a CA member. New South Wales 491 applied in Riverina Regional with 80 points, electrical engineer. Just have to wait, very hard to say. Civil engineer, working in the own occupation, 90 points, 491. Yes, you have a chance, I would say. I have assessment as a civil engineering draftsperson and civil engineering technologist, 70 points. South Australia, Tasmania. I would vote for South Australia any day. Grant for 190 registered nurse. It should not take very long. So just see if you've done all the medicals and you have provided all your documents like Form 80, police clearances and all that. We have been getting grants in 3 months or even less for registered nurses, so should not be too far away. All right, guys, I will have to go now. But thank you so much for joining this live session. I will also be going live next Friday on the radio and my Facebook page as well, next Friday, 4 o'clock. So I usually do the live session first Friday, but today I cannot do it. So that's why I went live on my Facebook page. And also just want to announce that we are holding awards night for migrants, just like you, who are contributing so much to the Australian economy, even if you are a student and you end up doing something for the community, or you are somebody who's skilled and your skills are needed in Australia. We will be acknowledging the contribution of all of you. The event will be held on 26th of June. There is more information on our Facebook page. There is also a nomination application if you would like to nominate yourself or somebody who you know who have come here on a student visa, who has studied in Australia. So that's one of the criteria. You could be a permanent resident already, or you know somebody who's a permanent resident or citizen now, but has studied, earlier in Australia. So have a look at that, and if you can think of somebody who deserves the nomination, please complete that nomination application form. And I hope if you guys can join us for the event, I hope to see you at the event. All right, thank you, and all the best to everyone who is waiting for the invites. Bye.